Mercedes Östermann van Essen here from the BuddhistTrader.com, and here we are with yet another update and further observations on the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the Earth as it's been referred to. Well, unless you have been living under a rock, you will know that since April the Schumann wave has spiked now for the 5th time, to the best of my knowledge and research, and it's just gone off the Richter scale. Just to make sure that we are all on the same plate here, let me just make one thing clear. When we talk about Schumann spikes, these spikes appear locally. They are not across the entire board across the Earth. However, they can be felt through the Meridian System of the Earth, and of course they affect the human brain because the human brain depends on the resonance with the Schumann resonance to function. Now, let's forget for a moment where we are going with this. Let's also forget about the pole shift, which is an absolute given. We'll do another video on this perhaps after this one. Let's just stay with what is it doing to our brains. As I said, we know the brain needs to be connected to the Schumann wave on the Earth. There has been scientific research on this. Without it, we can't function. Now, can you imagine what it is doing to your brain when one day the Schumann wave is absolutely off the Richter scale in certain parts of the world, and then within 48 hours or so it drops to almost certainly well below the 7.883 hertz level. Again, it's localized in certain areas, but it can be felt through the grid system, the meridian system of the Earth, through which, of course, our brains are connected. The connection is made through the meridians. So the electromagnetic field is weakening. The whole energetic structure is weakening, and our brains are experiencing a yo-yo effect, which pushes us out of alignment. Our sense of timing goes. People report feeling that time is speeding up. I personally, being very sensitive to it, I have in the last few days also experienced exactly the opposite. And by the way, not for the first time, that time seems to be almost standing still. Now, I also have to say where I live, there is a large meridian coming through from the north of England that goes right down to the south, and it crosses. There is a crossing point right on my land in the garden, which heightens, of course, the effect. So what can we do about it? Because one thing is for certain, as we absolutely have to adjust to it. We have to find ways of dealing with this, because we are all sitting in front of our computer. We all have to work. So, and we can't just say, right, okay, now let's spend the next 5 hours in nature when we have to get work done on the computer. So the problem, of course, is that the electromagnetic field in our environment is completely distorted. Please watch my videos on the EMF fields I have done, you'll find on this channel. And that also puts pressure on our brain. So we have really got a double whammy here. From my perspective, the best way to deal with this is learning a method that brings your brain in alignment with the Earth. So, in saying this, by that I mean finding ways to increase the nimbleness of your brain, make the neuroplasticity greater, because that is, from the best of my perspectives and research I have done, really the only way in which we are going to manage to go through these changes without freaking out every time something around us feels strange, we wonder why we can't focus properly, we have weird memories from years ago coming back which appear as if they had happened yesterday, and old hurts, old angers, old behavior you thought you had long left behind is making a reappearance, which are all signs that the brain is temporarily out of alignment with the resonance of the earth. So guided meditation, regular guided meditation, to me is the go-to tool of a choice which yields fantastic results, and that combined with working on your environment, what I call the holistic feng shui way, so to make sure that your environment also supports you, is a place where negative ions are generated and not a place where negative ions are depleted, which again puts even further pressure on your brain. Um, if you are interested in finding out more, please subscribe to my newsletter on my website. There is a link in the bottom. It's thebuddhisttrader.com. That is if you're watching this video on YouTube, and you will receive my updates. And of course, also there is my blog, which is always updated on a regular basis. And please sign up for my Facebook page, where I also post regular updates. Thank you for watching this video, and we will talk soon.